This is a pigeon that understands art. And this is a monkey that is smarter than students from Japan. Surprised? Today I will tell you about incredible animals that can be considered geniuses. The intellectual kraken. Aliens don't only live on the distant planet Nibiru. This monster possesses a unique intelligence among invertebrates. Just look at what it does. It seems that the aquatic kingdom also has its own gypsies. Octopuses possess remarkable cleverness. They build shelters from stones, shells, and anything else that is lying around. If they lack food, they will take it from fishermen. If you can't open jars, here's a tip. Get yourself an octopus. It can easily handle any tight lid. This 8-legged mollusk is an expert in camouflage. Such a creature is not easily frightened, but even the boldest gang leader sometimes needs to lay low. Our octopus is no exception. Did you think cephalopods don't evolve? Not at all. Otto the octopus from the Coburg Aquarium tried to break the glass with stones, and his counterpart from New Zealand went even further by escaping from the aquarium into the sea through the sewage system in 2016. The legend of the tower ravens is not the only interesting thing about these birds. What if I told you that crows can conduct experiments? Yes, you heard right. Just take a look. A crow demonstrated how to use Archimedes' principle. How do they do it? It dropped a stone into a vessel of water so that the water level would rise, allowing it to grab a piece of food floating on the surface. Unique cleverness. In everyday matters, crows are also very inventive. For example, they throw nuts under car wheels to crack them open, or find bright trinkets on the street for their significant other. A mega brain with a trunk. It's not just your mom who controls and remembers everything. There is a belief that elephants never forget anything. Recent scientific studies only confirm this. It turned out that elephants remember companions with whom they spent some time. In 1999, there was an elephant named Jenny living in the Tennessee Elephant Sanctuary. The female became very animated when a new elephant, Shirley, arrived at the sanctuary. The sanctuary workers seriously began studying the biographies of these animals. These two once performed in the same circus for only a few months, but that was 22 years ago. The emotional intelligence of elephants is incredibly high. Elephants express shades of emotions, and in difficult situations they even cry. Mutual assistance and empathy are not foreign to these thick-skinned giants. But what if I told you that elephants are capable of burying their kin? They can stand for hours by the body of the deceased, stroking its bones with their trunk. Elephants are definitely not uncultured animals. If you think elephants only live in the circus, I will show you something incredible. In 2009, a 7-year-old Asian elephant used a large plastic block to reach fruit on a tall tree. How did he figure it out? After several days of inconsolable waiting, the elephant flipped over a large plastic block and stepped on it to reach the fruit. Kandula repeated this trick with other tools, and even figured out how to stack blocks to reach even higher. Soldiers and altruists. We've all seen dolphins while on vacation. These mammals are virtuoso imitators. They accurately mimic the movements of their human trainer. And this is not a simple skill. It requires serious intellectual effort. Like actors, dolphins are not stingy with emotions. They can express empathy, sadness, and joy. And that's not the full list of their talents. Like some people, dolphins have excellent vocal abilities. Each individual has its own unique voice, a whistle. In India, dolphins have even been recognized as persons, and dolphinariums have been banned. The abilities of dolphins do not end there. Dolphins are so intelligent that they serve as sappers in the military. It's hard to believe, but since the Cold War, they have been regularly used to detect submarines and underwater mines. Some species of dolphins have even been trained to assist in ocean research. But their relatives have gone even further. Orcas have developed a strategy for hunting different animals. They drive schools of fish towards the shore, snatch sea lions right from their haulouts, and when hunting seals, they create waves to wash the prey off the ice floe. The intelligence of orcas leaves no doubt. In their pods, a matriarchy prevails. All members are very attached to each other, and the young and healthy take care of the old and sick. Among animals, there are also their own geniuses. I will show you a monkey that turned out to be smarter than Japanese students. A chimpanzee named Ayumu outperformed Japanese students in a memory test. The chimpanzee looks at the screen for less than a second and memorizes the sequence of numbers displayed on it. And when they are covered with white squares, it flawlessly restores them in the correct order. Just take a look at this. Among animals, there are also their own genius Einsteins. The orangutan is not far behind its gifted counterpart. It excellently mimics human behavior, capable of learning games and other skills. For example, it can learn how to use a nail and hammer to join objects together. Maybe monkeys will replace migrant workers. Geniuses on 4 legs. Scientists compare their intelligence to that of a 2-year-old child. An average dog knows 100 to 65 words and concepts, while the smartest ones know up to 250. Dogs can count up to 5 and perform calculations within that range. There is an opinion that they learn arithmetic by counting family members. Children acquire such skills only at 3 or 4 years old. The facial expressions of dogs are simple and understandable. They show joy, anger, and can even be cunning. During play, they deceive other dogs and people to get a reward. There are legends about the loyalty of dogs. It is the only animal willing to sacrifice its life for its owner. Dogs have a special instinct aimed at protecting their owner at any cost. The story of the unfortunate Hachiko is worth mentioning. The main sign of intelligence is heard at every step. Cats participate in experiments as long as they are in the mood. Studying them is quite a task. But this independence itself is a sign of an extraordinary mind, scientists claim. Moreover, the famous feline curiosity is evidence of a high level of intelligence. Any cat lover will agree that their fluffy friend is quite the inspector. Cats remain in solid memory throughout their lives. Your purr remembers events from its life for about 10 years. Beware of offending it. Cats are so smart that they seem to share their intelligence with their owners. Scientists from the University of Bristol discovered an amazing pattern. Cat owners are more likely to have a degree or high professional qualification than dog lovers. Coincidence? What do you think? Let's discuss this in the comments. Cunning is in their blood. The squirrel sings songs, yet keeps gnawing on nuts. If you think that animals are smart and clever only in fairy tales, let me assure you otherwise. A squirrel's brain is the size of a pea, but this doesn't stop it from having a phenomenal memory. A squirrel's winter stash consists of 3,000 acorns and nuts. The location of each one, the squirrel will remember even after 2 months. To find their caches, rodents use different tactics and easily switch between them. Do you still think we are smarter than squirrels? You've been deceived. These creatures move in space with incredible speed. Their rapid thinking and coordination can only be envied. And you haven't even stretched this morning. Squirrels are hardly the most cunning animals in the world. They show incredible ingenuity to protect their supplies from thieves. Noticing that they are being watched, a squirrel pretends to hide food and then moves the nut to another stash. These are not naive hamsters. Misunderstood geniuses. And what if I tell you that pigeons are not dumb? You will surely laugh. The intelligence of these pigeons tends towards infinity. They are only interested in bread and seeds. I would argue otherwise. It was recently discovered that pigeons are not dumber than artificial intelligence. Are you surprised? They performed excellently on a visual perception task. Scientists asked 24 pigeons to sort into 2 different categories variously colored, lines and geometric shapes. If successful, the pigeon was given food, and if unsuccessful, it received nothing. The authors of the study found that pigeons think and learn new things in the same way artificial intelligence does. Incredible, but true. The trial and error method, as well as the comparison method, helped these birds to successfully complete the task perfectly. According to the same algorithms, Alice on your phone is trained. But that's not all. Pigeons can even outperform renowned art experts. Yes, you heard right. A simple pigeon from your yard can recognize and evaluate works of art. This is confirmed by scientists. In 1999, biologists from Keio University in Japan showed Pigeons 10 paintings by Pablo Picasso and Claude Monet. After a few minutes, the birds confidently distinguished the works of these masters from many others and rarely confused the 2 artists. Amazing, isn't it? Yes, we sometimes mistake geniuses for eccentrics. We simply underestimated these pigeons. Pigeons are the oldest postmen. Since ancient times, humans have used them to send messages. Admit it, you didn't know why. Scientists assure us these birds are capable of navigating by the sun, plotting multi-hour routes and remembering the terrain. Their brains have an excellent sense of mapping and an internal compass. I hope now the memes about pigeons won't make you laugh like that much-hyped seagull. Disgusting with a brain. Remember the saying, rats are the first to leave a sinking ship. A rat is capable not only of establishing cause and effect relationships between phenomena, but also of predicting many events. About many facts speak for themselves. In Stalingrad, before the bombing, there was a real exodus of rats from the city. Sailors who had been through the war said that rats escaped not only from sinking ships, but also from ships in front of the torpedo. They are capable of sensing X-rays, which no other living organism can perceive. Even the highest level of radiation doesn't affect them. It's worth considering. The tales about Chernobyl rats. However, who knows? In Chinese culture, the rat was included in the well-known world calendar for a reason. Despite having a small and not very complex brain, rats are remarkably intelligent and can recognize poisons and traps. And finally, I will show you footage that will surely amaze you. Did you know that Indians worship rats? In India, there is an entire temple dedicated to hordes of these creatures. The Hindus came up with a good religion, you might say with disgust. I will tell you more. They even pour milk for them, bring food, and pray to them. I didn't even notice how a reincarnated one ran across my leg and then even crawled up my pant leg, trying to climb onto my shoulder, recalls with horror the Russian tourist Sergei Stroitelev who visited this temple. Do you love animals? Then subscribe to Animal Fact. All the most interesting things from the world of mysterious fauna are on our channel. Click the bell and watch the latest videos first.